Most people aren't decent human beings. A lot of people, when they see an opportunity to take advantage of somebody, just because it's gonna lift them up, or they think that it's gonna be fun, they'll do it. I was that easy target until I wasn't. I just partially dislocated my shoulder. They pushed it back in. I was having a hard time moving. I'm looking at my coach like, you really want me to go back out there? My coach picked me up, smacked me, told me no excuses. You're about to win. I'll go out there and win. Now that my coach put that in my head, I was waiting for it. I saw it coming, caught dude's legs mid-air, and got the takedown in overtime and got my hand raised and won. Then I went and won the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. Ended up placing at this tournament. I go out there, I'm wrestling in a skin-tight singlet. You're gonna see no excuses right across my back. You're gonna see that and you're gonna be inspired. Coming up in the foster care system, I'm not gonna get into it. It's not my favorite subject to talk about, but growing up in that system, it's hard for a kid, especially like me, to find somebody that can see the way I do and understand things the way I do. And as a kid, your voice isn't being heard, so when I'm coming up, I didn't have a lot of people in my corner to help me move forward. I had to figure out a lot of things on my own, man, from just trying to figure out my own food situation, to figure out if I'm gonna be at the house that night, or if I'm gonna be at a group home, or I'm gonna be out on the street. I don't know. And on top of that, I had to figure out how to do my own cooking. I had to figure out how to cook. I had to figure out anything. I didn't have somebody to show me how to do things. I taught myself how to ride a bike. There's a lot of things that you would think you would have somebody there to teach you, but I didn't. So my type of mindset that I got from that was, when I was 15, I was actually 21. I used to be a wild cannon, man. I'm telling you right now, if you made me mad or looked at me funny, I was throwing hands, man, instantly. And that's just how I used to be, because I couldn't trust nobody. I had grown so cold to everybody around me. My mom she had a hard life herself growing up with our family. She was like one of those few people that, when I was just saying that when there was nobody that understood how I see or could understand why I do the things I do, she understood. So she helped me figure out how to control my own urges and my own emotions. I never had support like that. Growing up through wrestling and all the things that I did, I never had a single person for 12 years straight ever show up to a wrestling match. My mom showed up, and I showed out in one of the first 13 matches of my senior year as a wrestler consecutively before I lost one. And that first loss was against one of the best guys in the state. I actually ended up dropping out of college, if I'm gonna be honest about that, because I couldn't stand going to school. School is not a place for me where I could open my mind's eye, broaden my scope of what I could do. As that door was closing, another one opened, and I found myself in California with like $30 in my pocket, talking to one of the best Bellator teams on the planet. And that's how I met all my teammates, who I call my brothers. I'd find out what worked, what didn't work. I'd try 100 different things, and if one thing out of those 100 things worked, I'm gonna drill 1,000 times. And so I got to the point where I found out my 2, 3, 4 things that worked, and I started doing it consistently over and over again. I'm considered a headlock specialist. Nobody stops my headlock because I found out what I'm good at. My coach, his name is Antonio McKee. He's probably one of the most decorated MMA coaches on the planet. Over the years, I've got to learn lessons from people, just learn wisdom from Mike Tyson, learn striking from Mike Perry, learn skill from Anderson Silva. Taking away little bits and pieces from all these all-time greats and converting it and turning it into my own thing, which leads me all the way up to December after 5 years of training. I remember last year, I was at practice, and my coach, for 5 years, told me no. I was like, Coach, when can I fight? No. When can I fight? No. Wouldn't even tell me why, but when can I fight? No. And then last year, he came up and was like, you want to fight? I want a unanimous decision. I'm about to gun as hard as I can to be a world champion. And if anybody gets in my way, I'm gonna knock your ass out. I'm gonna stand over you and I'm gonna smile and I'm gonna point to God and then point to my mom and I'm gonna keep it going. You know, there's a saying, once you wrestle, everything else in life becomes easy. I think I proved that point when I won all these titles in track and field. I trained every single day, 7 days a week for 2 months straight, never knowing the sport, came away a 2-time state champion and a 4-time placer. I won the 100-meter state championship. I won the 400-meter state championship. I got 3rd place in the 800-meter. I got 2nd place in shot put.
Track season is dependent on Paralympics. So like now we got Paris 2024 coming up. So he's probably going to start training sometime in summer and preparing for track. So the goal is to try to line up a fight before that, you know, get another fight under his belt. When the world or an individual challenges him, like, hey, you can't do this, you know, or your disability defines you and why you can't do this, he's going to come out and show the world otherwise. It stems from like his belief in himself, because the world tried to break him down, and without that self-belief, he wouldn't be where he is today. So I think his competitive nature mentality is special. You see it with the greats of the world in any respective field, anyone you consider a GOAT. So I put him up there in, you know, as a legend, the persona of who he is.
The world's gonna keep moving whether you get up or you don't get up. So it's up to you to make that decision to stand up, and if you fall down, stand up again. If you fall down, stand up again. I can't tell you what you can do to better yourself. Only you know that. But I can tell you, I can talk to you about the type of mindset you need to have, which is an ironclad mindset. And I can talk to you about what it means to fall down and how to fall correctly. So when you do fall, it doesn't hurt as much to when you try to get back up. But when you fail at something, don't look at it as discouraging. Look at it as a learning moment, and then take whatever you can from that, and then go try again. If you're discouraged about anything in life, take from the things that discourage you and look at yourself and be like, what can I do that's gonna benefit me from all this? No matter who you are, what walk of life you come from, you don't need legs to leave a footprint on earth, man. You don't need anybody's approval to leave a footprint on earth. Sometimes you just have to go out and do what makes you happy, and that could lead to something glorious.